Get the whole picture with Super Golf. Only on your World of Champions. Proudly brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
Coming up on Super Golf, we focus on the winners from the past weekend.
Humana Challenge.
Dale chats golf from the USA.
That's going to enable us to do that.
And soak up the sun at the Standard Bank Mauritius Open. First off the tee, we review the past weekend's tour highlights. The European Tour's three-part desert swing kicked off in Abu Dhabi, where a star-studded field gathered for the 9th playing of the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship. Craig Lee played 3 of the best rounds of his career to lead the pack after 54 holes. The pressure told on Sunday as the Scotsman closed with a 77 to finish in a share of 10th place.
And even on the 72nd hole, can't find a birdie.
One man who did find lots of birdies was our very own George Coetzee. The 27-year-old collected his first top 10 finish in 11 months after a final round 66. Open champion Phil Mickelson struggled early on, but a 9-under par 63 on moving day got lefty back in the mix.
Oh, magnificent. How did he get it to land so softly? That is superb.
World number 7 Rory McIlroy was back to some of his best form. The Ulsterman was part of a thrilling run down the stretch as a handful of players, including Spaniard Pablo Larrazabal, battled it out for the Falcon Trophy. With 6 holes to play and leading the tournament, an error of judgment cost Mickelson a triple bogey.
That hole was risky.
Oh, it's a double hit.
Hit the shaft.
On the same hole where Mickelson made a 7, Larrazabal walked away with a 3.
He likes this. Oh, why wouldn't he? Great shot.
With Mickelson fighting back behind him, Larrazabal delivered one of his shots of the week into the par 5 18th.
Oh, Pablo. Oh, he is so fired up.
A 2-putt birdie saw the man from Barcelona post 14 under par, 2 clear of Mickelson, who moments later also found the green in 2.
Needs to hole it for a playoff. Nope, he gives it a try, but we have a champion. Pablo Larrazabal has won the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship. Fantastic win for Pablo.
After his win in Abu Dhabi, Pablo Larrazabal moves into 7th place on the Race to Dubai standings. Thomas Bjorn remains at number 1, with South Africans Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Schwartzel at 3 and 4 respectively. After 2 weeks in Hawaii, the PGA Tour returned to the mainland and the resort city of La Quinta, California for the Humana Challenge in partnership with the Clinton Foundation. One man made all the headlines. Patrick Reed rewrote the record books after firing 63s at both the Palmer and Nicholas courses at PGA West, as well as La Quinta Country Club, to open up a 7-shot lead heading into the final round.
Try it past the flag. Oh yeah, like 3 feet. Go on. That's how you bounce back from your second bogey of the week.
Record total for 54 holes on the PGA Tour. Patrick Reed, 27 under. And how about that for symmetry?
That lead turned out to be unassailable as a closing round 71 was good enough for a 2-shot win.
It's
So 3 days of setting records and running away from everybody, and one of just holding on. Patrick Reed wins the 2014 Humana Challenge. Second win in his career.
With 2 victories to his name this season, 35-year-old Jimmy Walker leads the PGA Tour money list, having earned just under $2.5 million already this season. Patrick Reed moves into the top 10 after he walked away with just on $1 million over the weekend. Despite being unable to clinch the victory at the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship, Phil Mickelson moves up 1 place to number 4 on the World Golf Rankings, while the others try to give chase. Tiger Woods continues his domination as the world number 1. A number of Southern Africans move up the rankings this week, with George Coetzee the biggest climber, moving 18 places from 95 to 77. Charles Schwartzel remains the top-ranked South African at 18. The Women's World Golf Rankings remain unchanged, with Inby Park in the top spot, followed very closely by Norway's Suzanne Petterson. There are 3 South Africans in the top 200, with Leanne Pace leading the way at 53. Let's join Andre and Bella for an update on the latest equipment.
Oh guys, we're having a nice relaxed afternoon here after a round of golf. You know, I'm enjoying my drinks. Thank you, Chrissy.
You're welcome.
And I'm sitting here with Greg from Titleist, and we're talking today about the Titleist 714 MBs and CBs. Now, before we get into that, Greg, I'd just like to say, Chrissy, we're in the clubhouse. You don't really need that cap.
I bought you a drink. You cut me a bit of slack here.
Jeez.
You can buy us another drink after that.
Definitely. So now we've got another round of, on Cruzy.
Sorry.
Yeah, Bella, look, we've got the 714 MBs and CBs here. Obviously, this is getting more for your serious golfer now. You know, we've covered AP1s, AP2s, which pretty much covered your whole market. The MB and CB for the very serious golfer, a lot of the guys on tour, sort of your 6 handicap and down, looking for this sort of thing. They're playing quite often. They're striking the ball pretty consistent. They're looking for more workability than forgiveness. They are a good player.
Greg, just looking at them, they are, I mean, you can understand they are purist guys, and it's a niche market. Although Titleist covers the whole basis, these are certainly directed at the guy who just wants to put that blade down and see a little bit of a club. I mean, the golf ball barely fits on you. Now, do you find that these go lower or higher?
They will give you a more penetrating
a little lower.
Correct, yeah. Obviously, with your AP1 designed to get the ball in the air,
100%.
Your AP2 is sort of middle of the range there, and then you get into your MBs and CBs, correct.
Now, the question on everybody's mind, and they always ask me, price-wise?
Price-wise, it's a forged iron. You're looking at a retail point of 11,000 Rand.
Which is reasonable if you think the AP2s are pretty much the same line. And the CB compared to that, is there a very big difference? What does the CB stand for?
The CB stands for cavity back. You can see the little cavity back over here. It's just got that little bit more forgiveness than what the muscle back has.
When you're looking at these shafts, you say they've got premium shafts that comes in stiff shaft and dynamic gold.
100% dynamic gold. S300 is what we carry stock standard of. There are obviously a lot of a variety of shafts that you can get for the irons. But to these we've found give us the best feel and feedback in the new range.
No, definitely.
Did you ever try the NSB Pro shaft? Have you ever tried it?
Not yet.
And I tell you what, I tried it, and obviously because I try a lot of things, being involved with a pro shop and they give me the product to try, I tried it in one of your set of irons, and I promise you, if I had to put it in a small MB like this, it kicked it over very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you guys, if you're out there, the NSB Pro Tour shaft is like a red label. Kicked it beautifully, and it made it draw. Where I use a S300 tipped a 1/4 inch, and I actually hit it the other way. So once again, it's what Bella said. Pick the right shaft. Make sure you got the nice head, but pick the right shaft to go with
Definitely. So I guess I shouldn't be playing with this as well.
Yes, but you know what hurts so bad? You did use them, and I had to buy you a drink that meant to beat me.
Dave and Mike shift the focus from etiquette as a player to some advice for spectators.
Mark, what a glorious time of the year. Beautiful weather, wonderful golf courses, and of course, we've got all these tournaments, co-sanctioned events. It's a great time to go and watch some good golf.
Absolutely.
I know you've got some aspirations of getting back on the tour, but you did play a little while, and as much as I hate to admit it, you could play. But when you were playing, what are the things that irritated you the most about spectators at a tournament?
Dave, I think the most spectators I ever had was 4. It was my mom, my brother, the dog, and some guy I picked up in the car park. But You know, with spectators.
No, listen, you're waffling as usual. Let's do this thing. You hit a shot and I'm going to be a spectator.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, because we've spoken about this a little bit. So here's the scene, first tee, whole lot of people around here, ready to go.
536 meters.
Okay. Quiet, please. Get in the hole!
Thanks very much for that. I mean, 536 meters. I know I'm long.
But I saw
I've
that
been
on
told I'm
TV.
long, but I'm not that long.
So you can see how ridiculous that is. There are people shouting, and if someone asks you to stand still, because this guy's trying to make a living. So there's a little bit of etiquette that applies. So keep quiet, keep your phone off, preferably in the car, and when people ask you to stand still, and don't shout, get in the hole, because we hate that.
Well, I mean, it's the commentator's curse, that isn't it? And it's just to be respectful, like you're playing with your mates, but don't move. If a marshal tells you to stop, stop. Don't move somewhere else or try and get out of line of sight, whatever it is, just stop. They will tell you where they want you to move if they want you to move.
Well, Mark, we're holding up the other guys. Let's go. This is the first time you've hit the fairway. Let's go and find that.
That's 340 meters. Oh, that's pretty damn good.
Still to come on Super Golf, we join Dale at the PGA Merchandise Show for his weekly golf chat. Take a trip to Mauritius and preview this week's tour events. You can catch all that and more right after the break.
Welcome to the newest major, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. This changes everything. It is more than just a new car. More than a new interior lighting system. It is more than a hot stone massage. And more than your favorite scent infused into the cabin. It is a completely new era of innovation and the highest expression of Mercedes-Benz. Introducing the new S-Class. This changes everything. Welcome to the newest major, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. This changes everything.
Welcome back to Super Golf. Dale's in the USA for this week's Golf Chat.
We're doing this week's Golf Chat from the gigantic Orange County Convention Center, which is home to the PGA Merchandise Show for 2014. This is where all the companies get together and display their new equipment for the year. We all want to hit longer drives. We all want to hit straighter iron shots and sink more putts. Well, they're going to give us the equipment that's going to enable us to do that. There are going to be over 1,000 companies that are going to be showcasing their products. It's estimated 40,000 golf professionals are going to be here to have a look at what's new and what is great for 2014. Don't miss our 1 hour special that's going to go out on Supersport in early February. They say that money makes the world go round. And if that's the truth, the world is going to go round and round and round and round when it's announced that the US PGA Championship and the Players Championship have increased their prize money, to listen to this, to over 100 million rands per tournament. $10 million each. Isn't that scary? Listen to how much money the players make. Tiger Woods, biggest earner in 2013, he earned $83 million. In second place, it is Phil Mickelson with $52 million, but this is the surprise. Third and fourth are two guys that don't even play anymore. Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, $40 million and $26 million each. In fifth place, it's Stenson, who made $21 million, and then McIlroy with just under $21 million. Gary Player is seventh, and Ernie Els is ninth, with another person who doesn't play anymore, Greg Norman, in 10th spot. It's always a proud moment to see your flag hanging in another country, and the South African involvement in the PGA Merchandise Show is something to be proud of, and we're going to be talking a lot about that when we do the special show in early February. Another country that has a proud reputation in golf is Ireland, and Graham McDowell has just got the Jim Murray Award. That's for the access that he gives to the media in tournament play. Graham McDowell is a wonderful guy, and he has a wonderful reputation amongst the media, be it the written media or the television media, in the game of golf. In Golf Magazine, they did a survey. The funniest professional is Tom Gillis. He got 24% of the votes. Number 2 was my man, Boo Weekly. He got 18% of the votes. Carl Pedersen is in 3rd place. Carl Pedersen probably got some of that humor when he shared a room way back when with Tim Clark. And to finish off, will Sergio win a major championship? 60% of Golf Magazine's readers believe he will. 38% believe he won't. I'm going to go with the 60%. I'd really like to see Sergio win a major championship.
The government communication and information system played around at Centurion Country Club in support of 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children. The day brought together various stakeholders from GCIS and partners in government, including Collins Chibane, Minister in the Presidency in charge of performance, monitoring and evaluation, as well as administration.
South Africans were facing a big challenge of the abuse of women and children, especially the very young ones and the very old ones. And therefore the GCIS decided, as part of their contribution, to organize this golf game, pull all the stakeholders together to contribute towards the campaign against violence against women and children.
Most importantly, as a parastatal, the South African Post Office is also concerned about the current high rate in terms of abuse and rape against our children and our women. It's a great initiative, and we have been for a very long time the center piece of what government does. For many, many years, most government departments relied on the post office to get together to share information. Currently, the GCIS is doing that, and we would not want to fall behind.
I think for us this is a very special day. We've honored this day for the last 3-4 years, and it is important particularly because firstly we interact with our clients, but most importantly we are contributing to the cause of the abuse of women and children. So this day, today, we've managed to raise some funds that are going to go towards a center for the women who are abused and children. So I think for us, that's the most important thing, because we believe in this country we all have a responsibility to do something to stop the scourge of the abuse of women and children.
Dave's up next with another very handy golf tip.
Hi there, and welcome to this week's Golf Digest How-To Series. We're at the beautiful Elks Club at Copperleaf, and with me, John Dixon, the head teaching professional and South African PGA Teaching Professional of the Year. John, you've always got a simple and an easy way to help people improve their game. Let me give you some space and you can explain this week's drill.
All right. Yeah, what we're going to do today is a very common thing is guys will go to the driving range and hit some balls, and you'll get guys who swing very, very upright, and then you get guys who swing very, very flat. Now what we want to do is we want to give you guys a nice drill or stretch that will help you find the ideal swing plane for your build. Okay, so what we do is, without a club, you just bend over from your hips, get into a comfortable position, and all you do is you take your hands and make sure that they're not facing down. We're going to have them facing like you're going to catch a rugby ball. Then all you do is you put your right hand over your left, and then what you do from here is you just swing back, and now this will stretch you into a really good position. It's going to pull this back. It's going to get me into a very, very good position at the top of my backswing. I can't from this position go upright. I can't turn too early and go flat. I can also then swap my hands around into this position, and that'll get me also into a very, very ideal position at the top of my backswing. So this will warm you up before you play golf and get you into a situation where you're not flat and you're not too upright. So try this when you're warming up before you play golf. If you haven't got time to go to the driving range and hit some balls, take you 2 minutes to do this stretch, and this will really help your game.
John, that's great advice, because we see so many golfers go to the range with a driver, smash a few, hurt yourself, and then don't enjoy your game.
Sure.
Stretch a little bit, use this drill, you're going to have more fun on the course.
In the February issue of Golf Digest, the 50 biggest earners in golf, Ernie's a career multi-billionaire. Shatter your scoring barrier with Ricky Fowler and enter our 2014 subscriber challenge at 10 regional days. That's the February issue of Golf Digest, on sale now.
What a place for a honeymoon. Mauritius, with its pristine beaches, fabulous resorts, and as a mainstay of its burgeoning tourism industry, golf, including the flagship Standard Bank Mauritius Open at the Bernard Langer-designed Latou's Rock, on an island near the resort.
We did a lot of changes. We changed everything on the first 9. Major change was on, let's say, the landscaping, to make it much more open, to make it much more playable, fairer, I would say. And the major change concerned hole number 1, where we removed all the rocks that was in play. We kept the rocks that make the course look nice, so it's only on the playability that we did the improvement. So all those changes make a big difference in the perception, in playability, in the way you can score.
And indeed the score was better on day 1, with Jean-Nicolas Billou of France shooting a new course record 4 under par 68, only for compatriot Romain Béchou to overtake him after the second round with scores of 71 and 69.
This course is amazing, I love it. The layout is beautiful and the course is very tough. Like if you miss the fairway by 4 or 5 meters, you're done and you gotta reload another ball. So it's exciting, it's a bit hard, like every shot is under pressure, but like big majors, they have really tough courses and it's always good to play on course like this, I love it. I originally come from Biarritz and now I live in Paris. I've been a pro for maybe 4 or 5 years now. The first year I went to Q school, I had a category on Challenge Tour. And so I played a bit of Challenge Tour, but I got a serious injury in my foot and I didn't play much golf for like 2 years.
Back at the Long Beach resort, Béchou couldn't resist hitting a ball into the ocean before practicing his party showpiece.
I did a video on YouTube about 6 months ago and it really went viral. And they invited me to do a show on the Champions Tour in the US, in Montreal, and East Games of Munich, so I'm very blessed for that. And I got to meet all those golfing legends. But I really started to do some shows maybe 2 years ago, and I felt I could do a nice video, so I did it, and it worked pretty well. You can't do better than this.
A big part of the Mauritius Open is the amateur participation, and next week we'll meet 2 of the teams from South Africa.
The second leg of the European Tour's Desert Swing tees off at the Doha Golf Club in Qatar. Major champions, Ryder Cup stars and Order of Merit winners alike have all graced the Peter Harradine designed course, with many of them taking top honours to boot. Ernie Els will look to lift the gleaming gold clamshell for a second time, his last victory at the Qatar Masters coming in 2005. The Big Easy is joined by a number of other South Africans in the field, including 2003 Qatar Master Darren Fichart, Brandon Grace, George Coetzee and Thomas Aiken. Chris Woods returns to defend his title, and you can be sure to catch all the action right here on your World of Champions, live and in HD. Torrey Pines Golf Club has been home to the PGA's annual San Diego visit since 1968, and its south course sprawls along the cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It also happens to be one of Tiger's favorite venues. In addition to 7 titles at Torrey Pines and victory at the 2008 US Open, the world number 1 also owns the south course record of 62. Last year, Woods ended a 5-year victory drought, cruising to a 4-shot win here, and this year will aim for a 9th Torrey Pines triumph. But he'll be challenged by some of the game's best, who'll be hoping to claim their share of the $6.1 million purse. You can watch Woods attempt to rewrite his own PGA Tour record for the most number of victories at one venue right here on your World of Champions. The Sunshine Tour gets 2014 underway with the Joburg Open at the Royal Johannesburg and Kensington Golf Club. This will be followed by a host of other great events on the summer schedule that'll culminate in the chase to the Investec Cup in March. As far as celebrations go, Keegan Bradley's was what we call regulation.
See if we can get the right number of wiggles.
That's just right of the hole as well.
Oh, perfect.
Pretty shot.
Oh, there we go.
Could be.
Ken Duke, on the other hand,
earlier today, Ken Duke came to the 17th hole. He took out his sand wedge. He was 1 over at the time. And check this out. Perfect golf shot.
Bro. What I'm talking about. We gotta see the dance, man. You gotta do your famous dance.
Get the whole picture with Super Golf. Only on your World of Champions. Proudly brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.